Shalom from Jerusalem. My name is Shani Ferguson, and this week's interesting article is actually that of Israel's approach to Charlie Kirk's letter that he wrote to Bibi Netanyahu just a few weeks before he was murdered. The irony of this topic is that Charlie wrote a letter to Netanyahu saying that the way Israel approaches its social media and international communication is flawed, and therefore we always lose the information war. Now, there are several reasons for this. One of the reasons for this is that there are almost 2 billion Muslims on the planet with a whole lot of oil money and a bunch of liberals that it doesn't even matter how many they are, because there's 2 billion Muslims with a bunch of oil money who can put out a message, fund it on social media, and then you have 15 million Jews worldwide who are putting out their message. And so when it just comes to numbers, you can understand why it's harder for Israel to get their message out. The second reason is that while Israel is focused on trying to present what it views as reality and its truth, you have a side that really has no problem making up an enormous amount of fake stories and scenarios, and they're very, very good at it. So what can I say? The bottom line is that Charlie Kirk wrote a letter to Netanyahu and said, you need to change how you communicate because you're losing the information war. Now, for those who have been tracking wars and conflicts in Israel for decades, you will notice that while Israel wins militarily, they always lose the information war. Each round of the conflict basically ends with Israel stops firing, and then whatever area they attacked has to rebuild, and the world issues their condemnation. There's nothing new about the way this conflict ended. The irony that the storyline running around is that Israel went and assassinated Charlie is the very thing Charlie was saying, that people make stuff up about Israel, and Israel doesn't know how to communicate in a proper way to demonstrate that it's ridiculous. And so the word is they're going to be revamping their international communication, including doing it in multiple languages, having more personal testimonies. And so we wish them the best of luck with the 2 billion Muslims out there that will still be pushing the alternate message. In the meantime, we are down to the last hostage body in Gaza, and the previous body that was released was actually a Thai worker that had come to Israel a month before October 7th. He was murdered on October 7th. His body was kidnapped. And so you just have to realize that Hamas was not just attacking Jews on October 7th. They were attacking and they kidnapped Jews, foreigners, Muslims, Druze, Bedouins. Their enemy is everyone who is not a Muslim, and not just a Muslim, who is not their kind of Muslim. And so we continue to pray for Gaza to be free from Hamas, and for Lebanon to be free from Hezbollah, and for Iranians to be free in their own country. And so as we near the new year, we wanted to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah to the Jewish people and a Merry Christmas. And if you celebrate Christmas, keep Christians in Africa, the Middle East, and now Europe in your prayers, that they will be safe as they celebrate the most important person who ever lived. And if you haven't given a year-end gifts, look no further than maozisrael.org. We are in the land. We are celebrating 50 years next year in the land. So if you want to make an impact in a way that will matter years from now, go to maozisrael.org and give now. Until next time, I'm Shani Ferguson. Shalom from Jerusalem.